This is what we're looking at here on the EURJPY. Potential push to the downside. We got an 80-20 scenario and a all right. Welcome back to another phenomenal week in the market. We're going to take a look at the EURJPY today. Last week, my partner Benny Allen did a session on, many people call it order blocks or ICT, but it's a traditional King's Crown pattern. So we're going to look at the EURJPY, look at a trade setup opportunity, and take a look at a King's Crown pattern potentially in action. So let's dive into the charts and see what we got. I've already done support and resistance on monthly and weekly time frames. So we'll just zoom in real quick and take a look at those levels, right? We have a monthly resistance here, and we also have a monthly support. I forgot this level here. So we'll drop this one in real quick right here, right? So we got these levels here. And so we'll go down to the weekly time frame, and you see that we're caught in this range, right? Top of the range, bottom of the range, and we're working our way back to the top of the range here, all right? And we have a weekly resistance level there, which puts us at the top of the range on the weekly time frame, okay? Like so, all right? So we'll bring that down as well. So we're stuck in this range, right? Price has been pushing to the upside, and we're caught at the top of the range here. Okay, so looking at potentially an opportunity, right? If things align, we'll take a look at the lower time frames. If things align for price to move back down to potentially the bottom of the range, right? We don't have a support level here on the weekly time frame because we don't have a swing low yet. We don't have two candles to the right just yet. Okay, just starting out the new month of April. So we come down to the daily time frame and we'll take a look here, and we'll mark out our relevant and recent support levels on the daily time frame. Okay. I'm going to continue to hone in on this range. So we got a support level there, and we got a support level there. Okay. So that's a zone there. So we got support. And you see as we zoom in, right, resistance here, support here. So this is our range that we are looking at. Okay. From the bottom of the range to the top of the range, we're at 680 pip range, right? So quite a bit of price action opportunity if price is to move back down to the bottom. All right, so that's where we are from a support resistance perspective. Okay, if we zoom out and take a look at the fib, we got our fib popped in there, and we see that even on the fib, right, there's a lot of back and forth at the 618 retracement zone. All right, push back up, and we're not able to break out in either direction yet. Okay, so not much direction from the daily time frame. So as we move down, actually, let's bring our daily support levels down to our lower time frame. So we have those in. Now, as we move down to the 4-hour, we'll see that range a little bit more clearly here. Okay, see the range a little bit more clearly here. And as we zoom in and take a look, what we want to do, we'll still take a look from a Fibonacci perspective. All right, and we'll run our fib from the bottom of the range to the top of the range. And you see here on the 4-hour, fresh B boundary was created at this weekly resistance level, and price pressed down. And now we're getting this retracement that's happening here, right? We push down out of the top of the range off the resistance level. Now we're getting a retracement. All right, so let's go down to the 1. And we look at it on the 1-hour time frame coming from the same spot. Support level here. We got an 80-20 scenario, right? Shallow retracement. Price pushing to the 118 and 127 zone. And this is our zone of consolidation, right? We've talked about it before. We see price consolidate a lot in this 118 and 127 zone after a shallow retracement, okay? Now, if we also zoom in and take a look at this, right? We talked about the formation of that King's Crown pattern, right? We have our left tip that forms, price pushes up, and we get a retracement, okay? Then price takes out the previous high, okay? Then price comes back down, doesn't give you that even neckline, right? Doesn't give you that even neckline of a head and shoulders. The price presses down and takes out your previous low, right? Price broke your trend line. and now price pulls back. Okay. And then, right, we'll be looking for price to push to the downside here. Okay. So this is our King's Crown pattern here, right? Some people call it order block. Some people call it ICT. It's your traditional King's Crown pattern. So there's an entry opportunity here on this King's Crown pattern. And you have some alignment with your 118, 127 zone off of a shallow retracement, right? So you got an 80-20 and a King's Crown reversal pattern in play here, right? So on this one, I'm looking for price to at least come down to that 382, which is there. Okay. And then we have our TP2, which is our 618 level, which is right there. All right. Now, the other piece of this King's Crown pattern is if we pull our fib from the center tip down to the beginning of the right tip, that's the fib on a harmonic pattern. All right. And we see we got a 618 retracement off of that fib. So our matching D extension is here, coincidentally, right, in line with the 618 retracement level on that 1 hour fib. So that's our TP2 level. All right. So we're looking at the price potentially moving down to that 618 level at least. Okay. So how we do this, right, when we're setting up the trade is like this, right? We still utilize the fib the same way. So our stop, we place it above the high, like so, right? And then our take profit, our potential, right? Risk to reward is there. Okay. So this is what we're looking at here on the EURJPY. Potential push to the downside. We got an 80-20 scenario and a King's Crown pattern potentially forming here. So we'll look for retracement in the euro to the downside, getting us the TP2, which that take profit level, we're looking at 240 pips to the downside. Our risk is 100. So we got a 2-to-1 risk to reward scenario there, a little bit greater, right? 2.5 to 1. Beautiful opportunity there. All right. So that's the deal on the EURJPY. That's the play that we're looking for. And let me know in the comments if you take the trade, right? Let me know in the comments if you take the trade. If you want to truly understand the process that we go through here, we have a training in place, 30 plus hours of training, taking you all the way from beginner through the in-depth steps of the methodology that we teach and why we teach it the way that we do. All right. So come join us. We'd love to have you a part of the family. Okay. We'd love to have you be a part of the family. So King's Crown pattern, moving to the downside. Take a look at it. Let me know in the comments if you take the trade. Also, don't forget, like, subscribe, and share if you know the people that are looking to learn this skill. All right. Peace.